Hi, this is Astrita. I'm a consulting nutritionist. I did my master's in applied nutrition and I'm a certified food and spirit practitioner. Today's topic is about how to interpret nutritional facts that are written on a pre-packaged food. Generally, when we go to grocery shopping, we buy some of the pre-packaged food into and bring them to our home. So before buying, there are some things that as a consumer, you should know what is there in your food. So today I would like to educate you about how to read a nutritional facts label. So when you choose a pre-packaged food, first thing you have to look into is the manufacturing date and expiry date. So make sure you are looking into both dates and buy within the period. This is the first thing you have to look into when you are buying a pre-packaged food. Then second thing, when you see a pre-packaged food, initially on the front side of the label you will be given a picture about a small tabular form about what is there in your food. So make sure, take some time to read the nutritional facts label. So that is very important. So I would like to, in today's video, I would like to explain you and show you how a nutritional facts label is and what is the knowledge you need to know as a consumer before buying a prepackaged food. This is how a nutritional facts label appear on a prepackaged food. This nutritional facts label which I am displaying is only for educational purpose. This is not to promote any particular product. So when you see this tabular column, what you will know by seeing this tabular column. First thing, you will know the serving size. So how many servings are there in this particular product? So this product will have 8 servings. So what will be the size of the serving? So it is 55 grams. So the size of the serving is 55 grams. Then below that you will see amount per serving. So whatever the calories, cholesterol, fat, sodium, carbohydrates, proteins, whatever the information given below is regarding this particular serving size. That means per one serving, that is for 55 grams of this product, you get 230 calories. So make sure you check the calories that are required. For example, if you are following an average, if you are taking 2000 kilocalorie diet, if you are taking one serving of this product, then 230 kilocalories for that day are being consumed by taking this. So that is how you have to relate to your daily consumption. And second thing, after looking out about the calories and all, now you will come into the detailing of this tabular column. Here it says total fat is 8 grams, and here you see percentage daily value, and sometimes it is written as percent RDA. Percent RDA, it's nothing but recommended dietary allowance. That means according to scientific data, what is the percentage of that particular nutrient is required to maintain a healthy body. So this data will be given by ICMR, or they will be written as per guidelines of WHO. So based on this percentage, for example, if it is total fat is 10%, it means 10% of your daily recommended dose of fat is coming from this product. If it is written as 5%, that means saturated fat is 1 gram, which is equal to 5% of daily value. This means 5% of your daily required amount of saturated fat comes from this particular product. So you should also check for percent daily value or percentage recommended dietary allowance, percent RDA. Now so this is the amount of fat, cholesterol, sodium, carbohydrate. So if they are writing about fat, they write about saturated fat and trans fat. Sometimes for few products they may also write the amount of monounsaturated fatty acids and polyunsaturated fatty acids present in the product, depending upon what kind of product you are using. So for saturated fat, you need to check how much trans fat is present, because trans fat is dangerous. It leads to cardiac problems or diabetes, because this is the fat that gets accumulated in your arteries and causes stroke. So make sure the product which you are taking is having very less amount of trans fat, and this is the total cholesterol present in that product. And this gives a sodium level. It has 160 mg of sodium. That means 7% of your daily required value of sodium is already coming from this product. And then comes the total carbohydrates. Now carbohydrates are divided into sugars and fibers. So products which are high in fiber are good. Products which are high in sugar again leads to weight gain, and particularly diabetic people should look into how much sugars it is having. And recently they started adding how much amount of added sugars. For example, if you are taking a particular product, the product itself will have some sugar in it. If you say atta, if for atta they need not add any added sugar. The atta itself is a grain. As a grain, it will have some amount of sugars naturally included in it. So grains have natural sugar in them. So if when you see an atta product, even in that product you will have certain little amount of sugars. But whereas certain other products like ketchup or when you are buying sauces, particular sauces, they add sugar to it along with the natural sugar that is present in the ingredients they are adding. They also add some additional sugars. So this includes 10 grams of added sugar, which is 20% of daily value. So you should be very cautious in this area. You should know how much amount of total sugars are there, and also you should check for added sugars if any present in that product. Added sugars are not good for health. Again, diabetic people, be very cautious when you are purchasing a product. And this product does have 3 grams of protein. Coming to vitamins, so there are few minor nutrients that will also be mentioned in the packet, like vitamin D, calcium, iron, potassium. For some products they even all write vitamin C, especially for juices. So if vitamin C is present, even they mention that. So this is an overall outlook on how a nutritional fact. This is a general thing. Now coming into the product which claims that the product is low in sugars, or they say fat free, or reduced salt. So how do you know? How there are certain rules to mention something. If they are saying, if saying this product is less in calories, or saying this product is less in sugar, then they should meet some norms before claiming it. So let us see how do they claim those things, and what are the norms they have to follow before claiming any such health content on their package. Now, if any product is claiming that it is a good source of particular vitamin or any good source of particular nutrient, then it should have at least 10 to 19% of daily value. So when you are looking out, when the product is claiming some health claim, then turn back, look into the nutritional facts and check this percentage daily value. Let's say it is telling that it is rich in protein, it's a good source of protein. Then here or a good source of fiber, then here for the fiber percentage it should be somewhere between 10 to 19% of daily value. Then this product is taken as good source of fiber. Similarly, if it is claiming it as an excellent source of any other nutrient, maybe excellent source of iron, then it should be more than 20% of daily value. See here the iron is 45%. That means this is an excellent source of iron. So if something is claiming as excellent source of particular nutrient, then it should have more than 20% of daily value. Now, if a product is claiming, let's say it's calorie free, that means the calories should be less than 5 calories per serving. So if something is claiming it's calorie free, it should have less than 5 calories or even 5 calories per serving. If a product is claiming it is fat free or sugar free, it should not have more than half gram of fat or half gram of sugar per serving. So, and if a product is claiming low sodium, then it should not have more than 140 mg of sodium per serving. So make sure you are reading the labels correctly and interpreting them properly. So basically when the package is claiming you something like this, then look for the daily percentage values. So to keep it in short, if something is claiming excellent source, it should be having 20% or more than 20% of daily value. And if it is claiming calorie free, then it should have 5 calories or less than 5 calories per serving. And if it is claiming as fat free or sugar free, it should have half a gram or less than that per serving. And if it is claiming low sodium, then it should have 140 mg or even less than sodium written on the package. Nutritional facts. After the nutritional facts, you will also notice ingredient list. Now, how to interpret your ingredient list? Usually in the ingredient list, the names of the ingredients will be written in descending order. So whatever the ingredient is added in higher quantities will be mentioned first, and the ingredients which are added in lower quantities will be mentioned at the end of the package. So make sure if a product is written as enriched wheat flour or refined wheat flour, that means the major portion of the product is made up of maida or refined flours. Or if some package is written as maltose or dextrose, that means that product is very rich in sugar. That is the most. Now on, whenever you are buying a pre-packaged food, be a smart consumer and know what is going in your food and what you are taking along with you while you are stepping out of a shop. So happy shopping, and it's a right of a customer to know what he is eating. So wish you all the best. I hope you like my video. Please like, subscribe and post your comments on my video. Thank you.